All right, we're all leaving the Welcome Center for the back of the Dragon. This is brand new. They just, I think, brought in the Dragon a couple weeks ago. If I remember right, isn't that right?
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago?
Well, the building, they've had a little building here for a little while. They brought the Dragon in the week after Memorial Day.
And we're coming up to it right now. See that thing right there? The warehouse is not done yet. So that whole warehouse is empty, just construction. But there she is. And I believe, what is this, like 35 miles, something like this?
We may see a sign, but I know it's like 30 miles at least, 30, 32, 35, somewhere in there.
I guess I should introduce you. This is Carolina Wildman that's behind me right now.
Hey there, guys. We're just hanging in here and trying to learn from these guys. This is the YouTube family together, and I'm trying to pick up some pointers.
Yeah, what do we have with us? About 10, 12 people today? It keeps changing. I mean, I know there's 10 bikes and I think 12 people or 11.
Yeah, something like that.
I get mixed up.
We got quite a few more coming in tomorrow.
Yep, or today actually. Today,
I guess they are. They're all rolling in this afternoon.
Yeah, today being Friday.
Got the big ride tomorrow. They should be at least 20 or more.
So we're having this thing through YouTube called the West Virginia Meetup. Is that what it's called? That changes names so damn much.
Meetup.
It's just a freaking meetup in West Virginia.
Yeah.
But most everybody...
Motovloggers meetup, I think.
Motovloggers, yeah. And then we've got a couple people in our group that are subscribers to several of the channels here. And we're only like, 10 miles away, I think, from the place we're staying at, the Comfort Inn. In Fayetteville. So they stopped by this morning and they're going to ride. They're riding with us all day and they're riding with us all day tomorrow. So one of the things we wanted to do is come up and check out this back of the Dragon. A couple of the guys with us have rode this before and they absolutely love it. It's in a town called Tazewell, Virginia. That's where it starts on the north side, and it ends up in Marion, right?
Tazewell is the high end of it, so you'll be going down into Marion, so you'll be downhill. And so it's as great. It's as good a ride to me as the regular Dragon with better views. Yeah. Just my opinion.
Because you rode it a couple weeks ago, right?
I did. This will be my 4th time on it,
yeah,
and it's pretty. The traffic. It's like the back of the Dragon has gotten blown up on the web and all that, and so it's so crowded, it's pretty much dangerous. And I'm sure this is probably going to end up getting that way eventually, but right now you can come through. It's not a lot of traffic. You can enjoy the curves and the scenery. Like I say, way better views. You got overlooks and a lot of rolling hay fields, so just beautiful.
That's what it's all about, man. And it's a long ride.
Yeah, it's
30 miles.
30 miles of twisties is a lot. By the time you get to the end, you're ready to get off.
And that's our plan. We're going to go all the way to the end, then we're going to stop by. The gentleman in front of me is John, and he's from the podcast Loud Pipes. And I think he's been on, what did he see? He's been on this like several times, so he's done this. Oh, quick left. That came up really quick. So I guess we're starting it, right? Is this where it starts?
Yeah, this kind of starts getting you on it, yep.
So I figured I'd pop a video up here for about 5 minutes, show you guys what it's like. Hey, there's the sign. We're coming up to it. It says Back of the Dragon. Now, do they have people on here like the tail where they take pictures?
I haven't seen anyone yet. So
what's that company? Kill?
Yeah, Killboy.
Killboy. I kept saying Killjoy.
Yeah, Killboy and it's Slayer 129 or something.
Yeah, that's it.
And then there's a couple different ones. Yeah, we should have mentioned it to these guys, but there's a great overlook just shortly up here that you can pull off and take some pictures of. Last time we were here, Moose, he flew his drone over and got some good views.
Well, I do have the drone in the saddlebag. Hopefully, but we're not leading, so they're probably not going to stop.
Yeah, they're probably going to roll on, but...
now, what are you going to do? Well, we wanted to show you guys and just tell you about our trip so far. So far it's been so awesome meeting all these great people. I mean, I've done this for several years where we do group rides through YouTube, and everybody that we've met have been awesome. And I just met you. So,
yes, sir. Yeah. We recently just connected on YouTube about a couple weeks ago, a week ago.
And then we started chatting a little bit more.
And then we met each other yesterday for the first time, and I think we hit it off pretty good. So.
Well, you're a dick. No,
yeah.
I'm kidding.
I'm the dick that parked sideways in the parking space.
No, I'm kidding. No, seriously.
But I was in the shade.
No, yeah, no kidding. Everybody's actually really cool, and that's what's awesome.
Oh, I know it. Yeah,
And
I haven't. Like I say, you very rarely meet a motorcyclist that's. I'm not saying they're not a dick. They're just good people.
Yeah, I mean that's what's. I mean, half of these people I've rode with before, and then we had those things. I don't know if you know about we did these rides called the Hootenanny rides.
I've heard a little bit from Michaela 7 about them. Yeah.
Yeah, the last couple of years we've done them. And I think the first year we had 9 people. Second year, it was way too many. We had like 20, 25. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's unfortunate. It's just when it gets that bad, it's hard logistically when you get that many people. And last year we went up to New England, and we caught, I think, what do we have, like 15 people? So it was nice. And that's a great number, anywhere about 10 to 15. Once you get above that, it just makes it really difficult. But we'd split up in different rides. And like this group, when it's all said and done, we probably will hit that 20 mark, but we're going to split up in groups, where we have maybe 6, 7 in a group, so it's not too overwhelming, because there's different riding styles.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's here to ride their own ride, just have fun. We're riding all day, then at night we eat dinner or we eat lunch together, have some beers, and just shoot the shit, and it's awesome. That's what it's all about, man.
That's what I like about a lot of it, is just the camaraderie of it.
Yeah, I did something, I did a video a couple weeks ago about loving to do these type of rides because you meet the coolest people, and I look forward more to that, meeting you guys in the actual ride. I know that sounds backwards, but it's true. Because anybody can take this solo and hit it up and hit the ride, but meeting you guys makes a world of difference.
Oh yes, yeah, no doubt.
Getting all sentimental.
And they've actually, I don't know if we'll stop at that either, but at the bottom, if you start out in Tazewell and go down to Marion, when you get not quite into Marion, there's another, I forget what they call it. They got a big lake. You'll see it when we pass by if we don't stop. So they got a little visitor center, and I forget the name of the lake, but pretty good, cool information inside. They sell some shirts, and got a big old fireplace they light in the winter, and neat little places. Restrooms if you have to use the restroom. Good place to pull off and check out if you come through here.
Restrooms are good.
We'll go around this curve and another curve, and we'll start working our way up, and then that little lookout is on the right.
I don't think they're going to stop, though.
No.
I mean, maybe they will. Who knows? What the hell is this? That's kind of cool looking.
A kudzu, I think they call it.
What is it?
Kudzu.
Kudzu?
Yeah, cud. I don't know if it's C-U-D or C-U-Z. Kudzu. It's just a viney. During the winter, it'll freeze off and kill off, but every summer it comes back, and it comes back thicker and thicker every year.
That's kind of cool looking.
That's the pull off right there.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not stopping.
Those guys up front, they're here for the ride.
I'm here for the scenery and the ride, man. They were making fun of me. They're like, you guys from Maryland, you want to check out the scenery? I'm like, oh, yeah. You can do both.
This is when you start to really get into it now.
Okay.
Right, we left here the other week, right up here in this curve. Be careful. There was some sand in the road. I hit it.
I'll go to second gear.
So it's gone. They got it out. So I got into that curve, and I don't know where it come from, but it was right in the middle. And I got on the brake, and the ass got loose on it. I mean, that can scare me, but it got my attention.
I haven't seen hardly any gravel so far.
Yeah, so my understanding on some video somebody posted is they were going to, maybe it was Michaela 7 when we were up here. Somebody was telling us, slow it down.
Someone wrecked. Pat did. Pat dropped his bike. Shit.
I'm down.
Damn it. He looks hurt. Fuck. All right. We better.
Somebody to go around there and stop the traffic.
Yeah, I gotta.
I'm gonna swip it around and go down there and stop traffic.
Hey, you know where you should go is the that
lookout.
Yeah, you're gonna switch around. Shit. Okay, for the sake of editing, you saw right before I cut off that one of the riders unfortunately dropped his bike, and he doesn't know how he did it. We don't know, but the good news is he's okay. So messed up his handlebars a little bit, and it's kind of a lesson, for everyone. That's what everybody was talking about. Is like, hey, it's okay that stuff like that happens. As long as you're okay. And I guess that was the end of the day. He just had a little road rash. Correct?
Yes, sir. He's got a little road rash, and he's going to be fine. He'll, sometimes lessons are learned the hard way, but
yeah.
And not that he was really doing anything wrong. It's just maybe he come in just a little too hot, and if he was, that'll give him a little eye opener that in the flash of an eye, that's what can happen.
Yeah. I mean, we all love him, man. And then and that's typical. I mean, that's human behavior. When he was more worried about us. He was more worried about disappointing us, and I'm like, dude, it happens, man.
Anytime you come out of a group like that, that's the first thing in my mind as well. I think it's human nature is you're thinking that somebody's going to be upset with you because you had to slow the ride or you turn around or for whatever reason. But the main thing is he's okay. Second of all, the bike's okay.
Yeah, little handlebars are screwed up. He one of his turn signal lights came a little loose, but other than that, nothing too bad.
Nothing is not fixable.
Nothing too bad. So that's good news.
Yeah, but you come up here and ride these roads. I encourage anybody to come ride them. But if you do and you never have, you need to take them, slow and easy to begin with, and get the feel of what's up here. Because if you're not used to any twisties like this, they will get you. No matter how good you are, they'll still get you.
Absolutely. I tell you when I went, it was like 2 years ago when I went to Tail the Dragon. Doing that road taught me so much, and experience, especially like learning how to do technical riding and stuff. And I still have a lot to learn.
Well, that people talk about how dangerous the Tail of the Dragon is. The Tail of the Dragon is more dangerous than this road.
Correct.
What's more dangerous is the amount of people that's on it and the lack of respect of others of the way they ride on it sometimes. I'm all for riding hard and riding through there at your confidence and pace, but a lot of them guys are cutting yellow lines, and I know the cages they're doing their part too to make it worse, but the road's only as dangerous as you make it.
Absolutely. But these come up really quick.
Yep.
And not a lot of signage. So I will tell you, Tail the Dragon, they have signs on every curve, I think, or most of them. These don't. I mean, it's a fun ass ride.
Oh yeah, sure.
But there's no hurry. I mean, I know you're probably, some of these guys go in it a lot harder than I do, and that's fine. This is my pace, and if I'm okay with it, that's all that matters.
I've ridden the curves enough that I don't even, I'm here for the enjoyment of being out riding, period.
There you go. Well, we're going to wish Pat the most success.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get his handlebars fixed tonight, and he'll be able to ride on. I mean, he's got the right attitude, and that's all that matters.
Get his handlebars fixed, a few beers, ease the pain.
Yeah, we gave him some ibuprofen. And, one other thing that failed to mention, on these rides, always a good idea to come with a first aid kit.
Yeah, and I've got a fall victim at that. I've just realized everybody was pulling their first aid kits out a minute ago, and that's something that I haven't packed yet. So that will be on my list as soon as I get back.
Yeah, I have a little one. I mean, they make a couple for motorcycle specific. But and then the ones we had was he needed some gauze, a lot of Band-Aids and antiseptic and all that stuff, and I think that all came with the first aid kit. So we had 4 or 5 riders, and pulled them out and said, "Hey, here's one."
Yeah.
So we got him cleaned up pretty good.
Yeah, he'll be a little sore, a little scabbed over for a while, but
that's gonna hurt him.
I think it hurt his pride more than anything.
It did. And road rash it, and I haven't had it. I know it's painful.
Well, I've had a little of it, but nothing real major, but it's not enjoyable.
He didn't have any broken bones. That's all that matters.
I'm very impressed with the jeans he was wearing that they didn't tear. Are they rider jeans?
I think they are rider jeans.
Okay. I was thinking if they weren't, they were, I want to know who the name brand was.
Yeah. I know you're in a lot of pain right now, but do you mind if I go on Amazon real quick?
Order some jeans.
I get them sent to the hotel, and that's funny.